Hey guys, and welcome back to Tyranny. So after spending most of the last episode talking to Verse, we are going to... I don't know why I was holding an Alt like that was my push to talk button. I have no idea why I just done. I'm such an idiot. So after spending most of the time talking to Verse about her past in the last episode, we're going to go ahead and get on with what we should be doing. A meager portion of game simmers in a large copper pot. Fragrant spices attempt to mask the potent smell of whatever creature they decided to cook. Right, there must be a way. Difficulty. LOL. Is it graphics? Is that the... No, what's the speed? Is it just in game? Tooltip delay. Adjust the hover time before a tooltip will show. Now that's fine. Quickly the camera moves. I'll leave that 100. Yeah, there's nothing to increase the speed of that. That was really annoying. Lucia and Marcus. From a vantage point, you see the tents trail off, obscured by rising smoke of campfires. The soldiers you see appear somber and quiet and calm before the storm. Let's talk to Lucia and Marcus then. I'm Lucia, this is Marcus. The disfavored soldiers point to the armoured man next to her. And you must be the Fatebinder. From under her helmet you hear an audible scoff. Oh, let's read. I don't think I've read this. As one of Tunon's Fatebinders, you're a travelling deputy of the law, authorised to be judge, jury and executioner of Tunon in Tunon's absence. You have authority over civilians and soldiers alike, though Tunon may freely destroy you should you misuse your power. Scarlet Chorus and disfavoured soldiers are required to abide by your judgment, a fact that often offends those who feel they should only have to answer to the rules put forth by their Archon. From under the helmet you hear an audible scoff. We've been assigned to Assigned to your hospitality, Marcus quickly interjects, while you remain on disfavoured grounds. If you should need a place to rest, we can make the necessary preparations. What can we do for you? Well, I can't do any of those. Tell me about yourself, Marcus. Not sure there's much to tell you. I trained at Fort Resolution. This is my first campaign. I'm proud to be with the Legion. I was wounded at the gates of judgment, but Graven Ash's protection made me good. I owe my life to him. Are you bragging that you let your guard down and took a spear to the gut? You really shouldn't boast about filthy tearsmen besting you in battle. Lucia rolls her eyes. You're just better that Lord Ash never seems to notice you. Notice me, senpai. In all seriousness, I would take a spear again if it brought honour to the disfavoured. Kairos knows we could use it. We're the elite fighters in the Northern Army, but somehow we still lack the Overlord's confidence. He shakes his head and sighs. Lucia, tell me about yourself. I do this. She unenthusiastically lifts up her shield. And I do this. She mockingly stabs the air with her spear. Lucia shrugs. Playing host is not my strong suit. Ignore my sarcasm. I've seen the Legion through my share of the campaign. After so much bloodshed, our pretense of honour can wear me down. She turns a cautious eye your way. The North is my home, and I consider each and every one of the ironclad bastards in this camp to be family. You won't find another army where each member of the phalanx is as beloved and cherished as the next. You seem handy with a weapon, Lucia. Insufficient reputation. I know a thing or two about spitting foes who are stupid enough to challenge me. What of it? That's annoying. Easy, Lucia. We don't punish curiosity here. No need to fly off the handle on the basis of a simple reflection. They train us well, Fatebinder. The Archon makes sure that our potential is realised before we reach battle, so most of us keep a cool head when we see any action. He looks at Lucia with a frown. Most of us, I said. How have your skills fared in battle against the Oathbreakers, Marcus? Insufficient reputation. Wait, is this all a ruse? Did Tunon send you to test the army's training and grit? Because I won't stand for it. Will you calm the fuck down, you tangled fishnet of nerves? This is after how many headwinds you took last week. Stop looking for enemies behind every shadow. I guarantee you'll be disappointed. Well, what's it like serving with the disfavoured? In spite of her name, the Legion commands more honour than any military on the face of Terratus. Unlike the Chorus, there is tradition, discipline, teamwork, and unity of purpose. Marcus looks out across the camp. There aren't many of us, but it's better that way. We're a tight-knit family bound together by trust and glory. Accurate enough, Lucia shrugs. After seeing the disunity and bickering of the younger realm defenders, I feel lucky to be in the most agreeable Legion of Kairos host, even if we're not always the most efficient. Well, if the Legion boasts so much honour, why are they disfavoured? Fuck, man. I'm afraid this isn't for me to say. Others around the camp might be able to tell you more, but I don't freely discuss the Great General's history to our outsiders. But you'll say that it involves the Great General, which is already telling a clue, idiot. Drat! At least the Iron Marshal isn't within earshots, or I'll be washing out my mouth with wormwood. Marcus, I'd like some training. Of course, Fatebinder. Pounds his fist on his armour. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, so I can get trained in my weapon skill, etc. Oh, it's very much like Skyrim where you can only be trained so much. Oh, that's cool, I like that. So that'll cost me 15 coppers to train that any further. To train parry up. So how... Oh, it takes you all the way up to the... Oh, that's cool. Alright, that's all I really wanted. Well, if it isn't the Fatebinder, what can we do? I want to see what... Finally, some fun to break up the monotony of this siege. Oh, so she can train me in dodge, athletics, and thrown weapons. That's cool. I don't really need much of that trained. Probably just be a waste of copper. But I was just interested to see... Ooh. The Archons await you inside, Fatebinder. Yes, but the beer awaits me outside. So I can rest here for 8 hours. That would get her points back, which... Yeah, let's do that. Does that take my camp provisions though? So we've got... No, it doesn't. Ah, perfect. Oh! Nice.
See that?
There's a garnet, a topaz, and an agate. Oh, shit, son. I'll just nip over here and sell them to this bloke. Pentabor, the guy who I stole money off of. Right. Don't happen to have any more healing potions, do you? Nah. Worth a try. Cheers, mate.
On it. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Right. Let's do it. Yesterday you chided me for wishing to wait, now you suggest an even longer delay. What are these pair?
4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
The Archon of War pounds his staff into the ground to punctuate his words. A large and imposing man to begin with, his profile is made larger by his larger still by his hulking suit of armour that hums with mystic energy. He's also got some sort of leaky chest. I feel like he's Mr. Freeze.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers.
Perfidious.
Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
Interesting, I thought that the voices of Narat would be more of... I don't know, I didn't expect them to be so eloquent. The Archon of Secrets passes a scepter between his hands as he speaks, twirling the rod in hypnotic circles, although I probably should have assumed that. You hear the voice in your head. Well, hello there, Fatebinder. We'll be with you in a moment. Emerald luminescence seeps from the seams of the Archon's ragged red robes. The glow is most noticeable where his neck ought to be. His mask seems to float and spin, never pivoting or bending naturally.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
Verse whispers fearfully as she beholds the Archons. I will remain silent. I want to hear what they've got to say.
I always know you've run out of things to say
They know I'm
when
here.
you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flaccid, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
I don't think I Have I read this? Yeah, I have. My lords, the Fatebinder has arrived. He looks pretty cool. He's got his pauldrons are on fire. That means he's awesome. My lords, the Fatebinder has arrived. The disfavored commander raises her voice, trying with a little success to speak over the Archons. Perhaps we could table this discussion and let our guests speak.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
Archon of Secrets twirls his scepter in a twisting loop. You hear the voices in your head. Can you hear us, Fatebinder? Cough, if we have your attention. His leather-wrapped hands flipping the heavy rod with an effortless flow. Let's cough audibly.
And I thought you had left agents within these Tearsmen when they surrendered. Either you failed to see this coming, or you knew and let it happen. Incompetent or in cahoots, either way, this mess has your filthy stink all over it.
The Archon of War lurches forward, resting his weight on his war maul as blue luminescent crackles around his armour.
We look forward to seeing you explain to Tunon why the Archon of War could not close the vice on this trivial little insurgency. When we are crowned the ruler of the Tears, we shall have this place renamed to Ash's Folly in your honor.
The voice in the rat tosses the scepter into the air, catching it as it descends back down. Good, now pay attention, you might miss something.
If I could trust the information I get from you and your conscripted mouth breathers, perhaps I'd order my cohorts around a bit more aggressively. But last time I trusted your all-clear report, my troops failed to come home.
Oh, Ash, old boy. If you're going to have a little sob every time one of your nieces or nephews dies to the Tearsmen, perhaps we should have Siren sing you some calming lullabies to help you cope with your grief.
Siren is the Archon of Song, and the youngest Archon sent to conquer the Tears. Young and inexperienced, Siren is sworn to the voices of Nerat, who uses her powers of charm and manipulation to swell the ranks of the Scarlet Chorus with volunteers. The Archon flips his scepter 3 times around, humming gleefully. You hear the voices in your head. Take care that you don't learn too much, Fatebinder. An excess of knowledge, of curiosity even can earn unwanted attention. Hold your tongue, I will not have you denigrate the honour of our fallen brethren. The commander's hand moves to the hilt of her blade, though the weapon stays sheathed. I'd be doing us all a favour if I cracked open that excuse for a head. They bicker like children, do they not? The fifth eye's grating tenor pierces the tension in the tent, and all eyes land on the crimson spear. I meant only to say, welcome to our guest, the Fatebinder. The armoured retainer bows with rushed inelegance, then rises to a salute. And not a moment too soon.
Did I give you permission to speak?
The Archon of War turns to you, his blue eyes wide with anger. The many portraits you've seen depict Graven Ash with a stern, unamused countenance. He's even more taciturn in the flesh. No, it'd be taciturn? Yeah. I'm just going to glare silently.
The fire starter has arrived. Welcome.
The
Our
fire
agents
starter,
tell
nice.
us such lovely stories of what you did at the Vellum Citadel. Have you come bearing another fragment of Kairos' wrath in tow?
So because of the things that we've done at the Conquest, in 430 TR, the final year of the Conquest of the Tears, the sages of Vellum Citadel were expected to surrender without a fight. When the sages violently defended themselves in a prolonged siege, Kairos unleashed an edict of fire, reducing the library fortress to smouldering ruins. You were given the honour of proclaiming this edict of fire, and to those present, you are known as the Fire Starter, though your orders left it vague as to when you should proclaim the edict. You chose to give the sages a few hours' warning. The Scarlet Chorus soldiers seemed fine with your decision, claiming that they had spies amongst the sages who deserved to escape, but the disfavoured view the decision more coldly and consider it coddling the enemy. Have you come bearing another fragment of
My
Kairos'
soldiers
wrath?
tell me you helped Commander Drotus on your way through Edring. You honor the court with your selfless cooperation, for that is the sort of camaraderie that Kairos demands of us all.
On the last of his words, the Archon of War glares at the voices of Nerat. Furrowing his brows, he utters the word camaraderie. I require no thanks for doing my sworn
Modesty is
duty.
your prerogative, but know that cooperation and goodwill have been rarities of late. You do your Lord Tunon a great honor by aiding your cousins in the disfavored.
No, don't mind us while you trade your gushing praise. We're sure the Fatebinder has come because our company lacks in small talk.
I'm not even going to say it's an honor to be here. Fuck the Archons, I'm above them.
For the second time,
I'm
Brother
bearing an
Tunon
edict.
selects you for the glory of proclamation. You should be honored. Tell us, what has the Overlord decided to unleash upon the Oathbreakers?
The Overlord's loyal servants must hold Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all of the valley shall perish. Oh, it seems you need some encouragement to work together. Kairos' edict will end the lives of everyone in this valley, unless Ascension Hall is claimed by Kairos' Day of Swords. In honour of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley unless Ascension Hall is taken by Kairos' Day of... So what's the Day of Swords? 26th of every month or span is Kairos' Day. It's a day of holiday and rest for all within the Overlord's empire. Each Kairos' Day is the last day of its span and is referred to by the span's name. Kairos' Day of Swords, therefore, is the 26th day of the span of swords. Ah, okay. They must hold Ascension Hall, or all in the valley shall perish. That's pretty much the words of the edict, to be fair. The earth sways with each word you utter. The earth thickened with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandment. It's every syllable drafted by the hand of Kairos. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens and the muscles in your legs, worn from a long trip down the mountains, feel renewed. The tired limbs, now nearly buoyant with vigour.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Matani. We lose everything if we stand still, and we move to backup Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time, so we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
The Archon of War taps a finger against his temple. A low rumble escapes from under his beard.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
Archon of Secrets passes his scepter from one hand to the next, chuckling softly with each toss. Watching him squirm, so many tears over replaceable, expendable, useless soldiers. I miss the old Archon of War. You never see blood echo and blubbering mess or a few dead killers. He'd use the knuckle bones of his best disciples for jewelry, and even made a breastplate out of his dead brother's ribcage, because that's how a real man deals with grief. Are you two daft? It's your indecision and bickering that necessitated this edict. Learn to work together or we're all doomed. They call you the Archon of Secrets, but you certainly don't seem to know anything remotely useful. That would really piss off the Arcanist, the voice of Narat, though. I'm just gonna say, are you two daft?
Daft? Only fools hate their lives enough to insult our intellect. But, our dear Binder, your invective is not without purpose. Each moment we waste, death by edict draws closer. Graven Ash, we leave you to tackle the river. The chorus will scour the outer valley.
So that is what it takes to get you to agree to a plan of action. The threat of death? You place the Overlord in this position with your incessant arguments, but now we've actually agreed to do something. Kairos be praised.
Then enough talking, there's work to be done. My Lord Barak. Ooh, who's Barak? Though you know him only by name, Barak is the commander of the Stone Shields and well regarded by the disfavored High Command. My lord, Barrack and his band have been drilled on the Echo Call assault plan. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements along the river. I will dispatch him at once. The Iron Marshal salutes, clapping her gauntlet to her breastplate. And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the disfavoured can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamour for battle, and at last we shall have it. Verse, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunon's chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
The Archon twirls the scepter one last time, then taps the fifth eye on the shoulder and the two depart. Suit yourself, Fatebinder. The more you ignore us... What do you mean the more you ignore... Fuck you.
Finally, the fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time, to help us wrap up this last objective. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
Shot a few scouts, shot a few soldiers, shot a few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider. And what the Scarlet Chorus, how will they be helping?
I ask myself that question often. While we take the river crossing, the Scarlet Chorus should be using their sizable presence to remove the Oathbreaker patrols lurking in the outer valley.
Well, I would be honoured to help. The Iron Marshal salutes Graven Ash, then turns to leave the tent. I'll be at the training grounds readying the soldiers. Find me there when you're ready. She pauses, clearing her throat. And though I am loath to mention it, the chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the outer valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in the rat's nest they call a camp due east. Seek him out if you must. I've got 8 days until Kairos' Day of Swords. Fuck.
That wasn't so hard.
Iron Walker gauntlets. Ooh. A lot less recovery though. The battle report from Echo Call Crossing blames the failure of the assault in the village on the Scarlet Chorus. Apparently their scouts failed to report critical intelligence about the enemy composition. Hey, that one actually, I got to read it all. Ooh, healing potion. Nice. Alright, but with that, we're going to have to call it an episode there. So as always, thanks a lot for watching. I've been CJ, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.